Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be making this Belle baby bag by Swoon pattern. It's been a while now since I made one of these. I kind of forget that there is so many pieces for this bag, but it's so worth it. It turned out super cute every time. There is so many room for you to stuff things inside there. I did put in a zipper pocket, which I believe it didn't in the pattern. On the exterior pocket, the cargo piece, instead of binding, I use another technique, and I will show you exactly how I do that. For the stroller strap, I did add strap slider on mine, and I used 2 swivel clips per strap. Enough talking, let's get to sewing, shall we? I'm going to get all the pockets out of the way first. Start at the inside pocket. I will sew it right side together at the top, which is the one with the shorter edge. The side pocket, the longer edge is the top. Be mindful about that so that you don't have to unpick it later. Ask me how I know. Flip it right side out and top stitching along the top edge. You could baste it together into one piece like I'm showing you here, but I tend to left it out because we will have to baste it on to the main piece soon, so do what feel right to you. While I'm here on the lining piece, I'm gonna go ahead and sew on the zipper pocket so we can be done with it. If you wonder, my zipper pocket is around 10 inches wide. You can use a double-sided tape or some pin to hold it down if it make it easier for you. Sew the two side seams shut and leave the bottom open. I like to give an extra stitch along the triangle for reinforcement. Best pocket and main piece together. Don't forget to put your zipper pocket out of the way. So I just decide that I want to sew a line to separate the pockets into two. Okay, one done, one more to go. And for the side pocket, I'm not really sure how pattern suggests you to do, but I will wait until I finish sewing up the gusset first before I base on the pocket with the side panel. Onto the handles. I will leave a link to the video that I show you how I make this style of roll handles down in the description box so that you can check it out. Before basting pocket on the exterior piece, you will have to sew up the strap connector first. However, as you can see, I changed it to all-in-one strap, but I still use the same placement that pattern given for the strap connectors. Instead of back stitching, I like to go and back a few times for reinforced handles there, because I want to make sure that the needles go down into the same previous stitching line for a neater look. onto the exterior pocket. So I changed things up a bit. Again, instead of using binding, I cut out my lining around 2.5 centimeters or 1 inches higher than the exterior pocket piece. So after you basting these two pieces wrong side together already, you will have to fold the excess piece down twice, then top stitching along the edge. Pressing it with an iron or use some clip to help holding it down. So this method only works if your lining pocket is the color choice that you want to use as a binding. And it's fine if you want to do it the normal way. I just want to show you another way to do it. It's fun for me and it just one more technique goes into your book. Learning is always good. Now I will repeat it with the rest of the exterior pocket. On the cargo pockets, I'm just go ahead and top stitching along the fold line as the pattern suggests. Check your pattern for the exact measurement. And this is what it looks like when it's done. We are going to sew along the center here with the exterior piece. So line up the center And we are going to basting it on as usual too. Just put one more line on the center for separate the two pockets. So I went ahead and basting on the foam already. Next, we are going to sew up the main zipper. You can bast on the zipper with one piece first if you prefer. I'm just going to sew up 3 pieces in the same times. And don't forget to check your piece if it's on a good side because I almost got it wrong. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to make the ring connectors. Fold the raw edges to the center and top stitching along the fold. Usually when I didn't interface the piece, I like to put on a piece of cotton webbing to stabilize it, like I'm showing you here. Before basting on connectors to the zipper panel, don't forget to put on your zipper pulls if you haven't done so already. I'm using 2 pulls today. I think it's worked great with this kind of bag. No fancy tools for me here, just my fingers. Next, I'm going to sew zipper panels and side panels together, starting from the edge to the zipper tape but not through it. Same thing with the lining. To make it easier, you might want to sew up the lining piece first so there is less bulk to deal with. So there is a hole to be closed. You can sew it shut from the inside here, just where I have a gap. But I like to top stitching from the outside. If you want to do it this way, first thing that you have to do is to clip on the lining where the stitch have stopped. As always, to the stitching but not through it. Using some clip to clip it out of the way. Turn it right way around. Now you are going to top stitching on the side panel. And I'm going to sew a small triangle to reinforce the connector. You can use rivets here if you prefer. But to keep it cohesive on my back, I'm just going to use stitching. Here is the look on lining side. Now you just have to repeat the same steps with the other panel. It's time to basting on side pockets, both on exterior and lining. When that's done, we are going to attach main panel with gusset. And I'm going to start with lining side first. That way we have less bulk to deal with. Do same thing on both sides. Next, I'm going to sew the base of lining with the body. And since I will be birthing the bag through here, I'm going to leave one part of it unsewn. But if you want to do it directly through pocket, just sew it shut all the way. Here is the hole that I left open. Onto the exterior. I'm going to basting on the piping to the exterior panels, and I will be using piping foot for this. I suggest you to use pre-made piping or basting on bias tape and your cording together first. Make your life easier that way. But I like to live in danger, so I'm gonna do it all in one go. Pull it taut. It helps when turning around the curve. Repeat same thing with the other side. If you don't have piping foot for your machines on hand, you can use your zipper foot. It works just fine. Now it's ready for attach with the cassette. Clip two pieces together at the center. Be sure to keep your lining part out of the way. Try to matching your pocket line if it's possible. Go slowly. Try to stay on top of your basting line. If you miss, it's fine too. We can go back and correct it later on. It gets quite thick around here where I have the gusset joint and all the pockets. You may have to hand crank this. Checking if you don't miss anything. All is good. Let's continue to the other side. Almost there, guys. Now we are going to attach the base of the bag. Clip it together, start at all four corners, then work from there. I like to basting on those 4 points first, just to make sure that it doesn't move on me later. Now I'm going to sew it all around as normal. To prevent the lining from sagging, you will have to sew it together in the seam allowance along the top edge on both sides. It's time to turn this baby out. Massage in along the edge so that it lay nicer. Time to sew the bottom of the bag shut. Put your hand through the zipper pocket, then grab the base and the body of the lining through that hole. Make sure that there is no twist and sew that gap close. Put it back inside, checking if there is no gap anywhere. Now we can sew zipper pocket shut and we are done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video is helpful to you and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.